Inspiration is an amazing and wildly mysterious thing. When I have it, I feel like I have purpose, and I am filled with a creative surge of energy, an unstoppable force of making things. But when inspiration doesn't show up, I can feel adrift and uncomfortable. More than uncomfortable, I've become untethered from my purpose. It's a unique feeling, a sort of hair-pulling, lay on the floor and cry while you question every life choice that you've ever made kind of agony. It's a low-level existential crisis, but just like a little one, just a baby one. So some 10 years ago, Kids Can Press contracted me to come up with a picture book idea. I actually had this whole other concept. It was about a girl and a tiger on a bike at night, and I couldn't wait to draw it. But I was having a really hard time actually crafting the story. So I came at the story from all different angles, spending weeks trying to make it work. I changed the beginning, I changed the ending, I changed the plot, I changed the themes, I changed everything. It's barely recognizable. But none of it worked. Now, weeks doesn't sound like a really long time to spend making a story, but I have some stories that take years to write. But this one, we had a schedule to adhere to, which is so great when you've got that deadline looming. So time was of the essence. With precious days vanishing, I tried to make the story work, and it wasn't. So I ended up doing the only thing that was sensible in the moment. I curled up in a ball, and I cried. A big, juicy, hiccup-inducing, snot-dripping meltdown. I cried from frustration. I wept from my lack of ability. I lamented my career that was clearly over now. I had plateaued. Yep, time to go back to that office day job. So after some of this, I would wager, necessary wallowing, and under the watchful eye of my very caring pets, I turned on my pep talk brain. Don't give up yet, I told myself. You'll find another way to tell the story. Everyone goes through this when they're trying to make something new. Hey, yeah, everyone does feel this way sometimes, especially kids. It was certainly something that I had seen when I lead drawing exercise with students, and it was definitely something that I had experienced when I was a kid. Everyone gets frustrated when they're trying to make something new. So the next day, I got on the phone with my editor, Yasmin, who was supposed to be here, but she wasn't able to today, and pitched my new idea. What if we make a book about a girl who has an idea but struggles with making it just right? Lucky for me, Yasmin liked this idea, and we made this book. The most magnificent thing, my cats are also hugely judgy, just in case you hadn't picked up on that. The most magnificent thing was a bit of a risk for me. While all my stories up until this book had a little bit of me in them, this felt like the first time that I wrote about a deeply personal experience. It was also a picture book about a character with no name, which doesn't happen a whole lot in picture books. Previously, my stories were all about a quirky character that we get to know as they learn something about themselves. But with the girl, I wanted her to be a reflection of the reader. We didn't really need to spend time getting to know her because we were her already. This was a book about an emotional journey, not a specific character.